all great group of people. Let's get rid of that. I know where we're at. We're going to knock off the music. We're good yet again. Got to comb that hair. One of these days, got to comb that hair. All right, let's twirl this back over here. We got a two little eyeball mic lights over there. Want to jump into those photos we had from yesterday? Had man alive, what a fun time it was taking those photos. Those photos I showed you, by the way, that was all from Saturday. I didn't even get to the photos that we took on Sunday, and that was another unbelievable opening ceremony that was well attended. The race is well attended. I got to tell you, man, just absolutely having a great time doing this whole thing. All right, so we got to just go figure out where we left off. And I don't really recall exactly where it was we left off. I think we did the nighttime shots. That was what it was. There, good. Let's go to that one. All right, here we go. Let's go here. Let's make that a bigger screen. Let's just show that a little bit smaller. This way we can manage it. Let's get rid of that. That's good. Here we go. Want to make sure that's off the thing. Whoops, I just closed the wrong thing. I hope I did not, but I think I did. Nope, did not. All right, so here we go. Let's get dump that one. So many buttons over here. You know, when they told me about StreamYard, using the whole thing with StreamYard, they like had mentioned, it's like, you know, it'd be easier if you had two screens. It's like, nah, man, we could do this. You know what? It can be much easier to use two screens as we go through the whole thing here. All right, so let's share that screen. And we are going to share screen. Let's go jump over to here. I got it actually in window, share. Boom! Buggies at night. That's right, my friends. And let's go take a look at that. See what we were looking at as that goes. We're all pretty good. That's good enough screen. I like it. So good. You get to see what we're looking at with the picture. Nice stuff. Let's go here. All right. So what you're looking at over here? It's buggy night. There was quite a few of these off-roading buggies that were down there. Spoke to them. Might come back too. Had a fun time taking that photo. Got a little bit of reflection. I don't know. We got to clean the screen or something like that. Man, it was just a matter of clicking and going. So this is where I was standing up in that announcer's booth area. And you got to look at all of those cars, all those people. You'll see the people in the stands, maybe not that well at night, but they were there and they were having a great time. It was really terrific. All right. Obviously, these photos are a little bit out of sequence, but this is the Junior Dragster, the Junior Dragster team, the background to that. That is the Dobry brothers, the Dobry brothers. Spoiled Rotten car, the Dobrys. He does a great job running that car. Got to tell you, really, really terrific. And these cars, I was watching another video today that was put out by NHRA about the Junior Dragsters. This is a shorter go-karts. This is the next step up when it comes to. Well, actually, this is the entry level when it comes to drag racing, right? And the age group on this thing, I read someplace was 5 years old, 5 years old getting behind one of these things, and it's not even so much as obviously the driving skill is is there. There is no fear factor. You're 5 years old. You don't even know fear factor. But taking those instructions from everybody, really getting a chance to really know everything, just absolutely phenomenal. I'm just so unbelievably impressed by that. But anyways, that's what the cart looks like. It's great. There's a next stage up. I don't know exactly what they call it, but these carts are doing 50, 60 miles an hour. There's some speed restriction, in there with that one. And then it's another class and another class. And what that video was saying is by the time these kids, these young drivers get to the age of 18, they got they could potentially have 10 years under their belt with understanding who to watch, when to watch those parties that are there on the track. When do you stop listening to the team, although you always have them in your ear, but you're still following the track officials? When do you stop looking at the track official? When do you start looking at that light, that Christmas tree? What do you do on the other end with getting the car safely stopped? What do you do should any situation happen? Be it to you or the driver that's next to you. It's so many things. Really phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. Love that whole thing. And that little car, that black and white car you see in the back over there, don't let that deceive you. That car is flying quick. Definitely flying quick. I just was buggies all lined up. A little bit more like a Jeep in there, a humbug. I guess it's a Hummer, one of the smaller ones. But then the rest of the buggies there, definitely cool. Great seeing them come down, and I know they had a ball doing the whole thing. There he is. One of the carts coming out here, New Yorker, and then a few of them did travel in from outside the New York area to come and participate with this. So that was definitely an interesting thing here. And there we go. This gentleman has done a fine job with that car. Billy G Race Cars. We'll put a plug in for him on that one. He's got the sticker. Long Island needs a drag strip. One of these radio stations is looking for someone to be on air with them. That could be a whole lot of fun. But anyhow, he's got all these stickers. They've been all over the place. You know what? And I think he's got a new one to add on that one. It's like, hey, I raced that. Long Island needs a drag strip. Maybe just like some of those stickers. This car climbed Mount Washington. This car raced at the racetrack, not street, or raced with Long Island needs a drag strip. However you want to phrase that one out. All right, this one. This is the I have to it's family tradition car, Spiezzo's that are out there. Phenomenal. My understanding is that this car, and I might have said it yesterday, that it was the father's car. I think it was the grandfather's car. Got to get that story straight and the facts on that one. So again, don't quote me. But one of these cars was a third generation. Right? It was grandpa, dad, and son. It's a third generation race car. And few of the stories where these cars go back, they have not seen the light of day. They haven't seen a racetrack since National Speedway. All right, that's as political as I'm getting on this one here. Weekends are for race cars, red, white, and blue. Patriotic. I do believe that this racing at Calverton, automotive industry is good. And it's not a Republican Democratic thing. It's just good. It's just good for business. It's good for career enhancement. It's good for students. I just found out that Riverhead Raceway also does the same thing. They're bringing students out that want to get more comfortable on the microphone, and they're letting them interview the winners of these races down there. What an unbelievable experience. And I was talking to Sandra or Sandy. Her name was Sandra, and that was Tom, Barry, and Sandra who I met over there at the track on Sunday. And they were telling me that they have the students come down and they interview the drivers after they win the race, and it's a great experience for them, and they grow so much because you go from not knowing what to ask to going to know what to ask. But not only are they learning what to ask, they're learning about body language, not their own. Nobody probably doesn't really see them. They're taking a still photo. That's not really it. But what's the body language of the driver they're interviewing? Super excited. Someone gets out of that car, you give them the checkered flag, and they're a winner, and you're going to interview them. All you have to say is, congratulations. And they're probably off and running. Oh, I got to thank this person, that person. Is the most wonderful thing in the world. It's great. Body language. First time winner. Body language. It's going to be like unbelievable. Really unbelievable. Somebody who's like super, like just really excited about the whole thing. That's not really a hard interview. The harder part there is telling them to stop talking. It's not supposed to be a half-hour interview after they win the race. But how do you learn that? The students will learn that by doing this whole thing. God, there's so many things I've learned by doing what I'm doing. I'm comfortable with the mic. That wasn't it. But when to talk, when not to talk. I was kidding around with one of my friends who's a comic. Who else can you kid with besides a comic, right? But I was, we'll flip over to the next photo. This is the view from the junior dragster, right behind. He was parked over there. But I just thought that was a cool photo. We'll leave that one up there right now. And that is an on-off switch. It's in case you have to kill all the electric to the car. But so I was talking to him about, timing. It's like, I learned a lot about timing with this thing. It's like, how? Well, because if you're a comic, you tell a joke, people laugh. When do you start to speak again? As soon as that laughing starts to peter out, that's when you go again. Now, my timing had nothing to do with laughter. I mean, these fans could have been sitting there standing ovation. I'd have no idea. I just couldn't hear anything that was going on there. And I'm at the track. I'm reading the car number and the name of the driver and the kind of car it is and doing that. But my timing had to do with burnouts. I had time to do with that. So I probably had 20, 30 seconds sometimes, maybe a minute other times, maybe a lot longer other times if they had to clean the track or somebody was a little slow coming up or something like that. Or maybe the cars weren't even doing a burnout. So that was an interesting thing that I learned about timing too. Timing with the cars, which I had no control over. At least timing with laughter, you do have control over. And maybe they laugh incessantly and go that route. All right, so this is the Junior Dragster. This is basically the the driver's perspective. Although I think if I made the front of the car clear and the back fuzzy and did it that way with the camera, that would have been a little bit more of an interesting shot. Obviously, if it was actually on the drag strip, that would have been interesting too. But we're going through the whole thing. All right, this is what it looks like. This was before we got started. Everybody's all lined up. Yeah, on the left side, there's that black and white car. Man, that thing flew down the track, as did so many of those. And you can see right there, right from here. This is probably a great photo, maybe not technically a great photo, but a great photo showing you exactly what's going on. All right. And the kind of cars that are participating in this thing. The car on the left, let's call that one a race car. It's specifically built to the track. You're not seeing that car on the street. The car, the pickup truck, although I don't see a license plate in there, maybe that looks like a street legal car, got, regular headlights and stuff like that. Maybe, maybe not. And that's it. The other car that these guys are standing in front of, yep, that is absolutely a street legal car. You've seen it on the road, and without a doubt, the other car on the right. So what do you have here? You've got street cars. Street cars. Granted, I think most of these drivers have got some experience, but then again, there was always a handful of people showing up that have never done anything like this before. But you're seeing all kinds of wide variety of cars. That is the greatest part about this thing, from my perspective. With the racing, it's in everybody's track. There's very few tracks that are in everybody's track. I've watched these cars over at the video with the Nürburgring over in Germany, watching these cars go. That's not in everybody's track. You cannot drive down that track and do 50 miles an hour. You get cremated by some of the other people. They're doing whatever they're doing, 100, I don't know what they're doing, but whatever. They're flying down that thing. So there's some level of speed that's expected on that kind of a track. Riverhead Raceway. Maybe you could do that run with your Bronx thing, with your car, you're going around a circle, but it's still different. And it's different wear and tear on the car than something like this if you're just going to do it for the sake of doing it. And obviously the same thing holds true with, the other racetracks. This thing, hey, look, you want to go and you want to race the car and you don't want to go over 30 miles an hour. You want to know something? Do it. You could do it. Would it be a little on the awkward side? Nah, not as far as I'm concerned. It'd be different. They'll definitely stand out. You get the award for the slowest running car, on purpose at least. But still, you could do it. You need a helmet. You need a car in good condition. And you need a desire to do it. And $65. So why not do it? I mean, I just may do that because my car is definitely not built for anything like this. Nothing. Got a few miles on the car. I ain't doing, there's no reason to push the thing, but I'm just curious to see what it feels like to sit there with a helmet on and wait for those lights to go. Amber, 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 green. Boom, and go. See what my reaction time is. Hopefully I don't red light. And I go down the track. Do I care if I do 50 miles an hour or 70 miles an hour? I just couldn't care less. I don't really care. What'll actually happen when I get there? I'll probably mash down on the gas pedal and kind of go. But so what? It don't matter. So anyhow, but that's it. The thing is, this is a perfect track for that first go round. So if I do decide to do this thing, and I am at that driver's meeting, I will raise my hand and say, hey, my name is Brian, and I've never done this stuff before, but damn, I'm willing to go now. All right, artwork. Now let's go back into our audiovisual program with the students and everything like that. Look at that car. Look at that car. You don't go out and buy that car. That car is handmade. That is just absolutely incredibly gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It is the team. Without them, it just is. This whole day would be so different. They are all so dedicated in their own respect. They know exactly what's going on. Do they all have cars? I think they do. I think they all have race cars. Have they all been on the track? Do they all know exactly what's going on? Yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt. And they're out here, they're helping out, volunteering to make it work. You are looking at over there the representatives of the Long Island Needs Drag Strip. That's the team, folks. So when you see him out there, you give him a round of applause. And you can tell Todd, that Errol, John, the rest of the team in there, anything you want, just tell them thanks. Without a doubt, tell them thanks. That's about where I was at. Just a little shot over here of Steve Jack. That's Steve, by the way. Steve was in the trailer the whole time, doing the timing. Uh, got a team in there doing that. Long Island It's a Drag strip sign. This guy was Howard. That was Classic Car Videos. He just put up a video too. It's a 60-second little teaser video. So this is the jib he was using right there, the black thing. That's the jib he was using. The camera was right here, right in the right alongside the cars. He's just absolutely incredible. He's got some unbelievable video. So he made a quick 60-second reel, which is up someplace. I'll see if I can tag it in on this one. If not, we'll do that tomorrow. And that's what's going on there. Get another little shot. That's our sweeper for the track. And another shot of everybody kind of getting in line there. Oh, the woman in a white shirt, that's Granny. She's out there with all of these things. She just absolutely loves this whole thing. She's out there sometimes alone, sometimes with a friend. She's just loving the whole aspect of this thing. Sheriff Department went out there too. So it's the good stuff. That is their community relations effort. And that's their community relations effort. I'm just going to stop at that. But they were there. Official? Yeah, of course they were in official capacity. They had the truck, the cars, and they were in full uniform and everything like that. But they always had a smile on their face. That was good. And this car wins. Oh, God. He wins the trophy. I don't even want to say out loud why. Yeah, there's a long-standing joke in there, but whatever. He had a good time with that. And that is, of course, our News 12 interview. So thank you so much, News 12, for coming down on that one. Pete being interviewed by the News 12 reporter, showing the world, telling the world how excited he is about this whole thing, the whole idea about the street racing, why not on a street, why do it on a track, not on a street, which is what he was talking about, and some of the unbelievable success he's had down in Florida with that program, where there was a track and it took a lot of the illegal street racing off the streets and put them on the track, racetrack, not street. And Frankenstein. I think we're going to leave it out on that photo. Maybe we'll take another peek on there, but on the right-hand side, you see the jib that's taking the photos. Frankenstein was there. This guy's been there just about I think he's been there every day, if not vast majority of them, if nothing else. But that one historic car, I got to tell you. And there's another one. Oh, we'll definitely end on this one here. So this is... it's like a car right out of American Graffiti. Just absolutely terrific. It's great stuff. All right, so what do we got here today? Here's what we got today. Whole lot of fun. We're at 20 minutes. I got to go. I start a little late. Got to cut this one a little bit short. As that happens. But big takeaway from this weekend's racing. Big takeaway to me on this was not so much as the drivers, not so much as the cars, not even so much the volunteers. Although they get a lot of credit for a lot of what they do. Sponsors, advertisers, all those folks whose names I had a chance to share, all those banner sponsors. It wasn't really that. What it really is the amount of co-pilots, we'll call it, passengers that were in these cars. It was car after car on that. How many times are you going to see that? Where else are you going to see that on a racetrack? Hey, you could speak to the guy that owns the Beast. The Beast was the number 8 car that ran in the 1909, 1910, won the 1909, 1910 Vanderbilt Motor Cup. That was on the Vanderbilt Parkway. Vanderbilt Motor Parkway, that street that you drive on. Well, he won that 1909, 1910. You know what he had with him? The driver had with him was a co-pilot. That co-pilot was also a mechanic. These co-pilots are not mechanics. They were sisters. They were friends. I guess a couple of wives in there too. Maybe a husband or two in there too. They were the daughters with the wife in the back. That's that Cadillac. Where else are you going to see that? I don't know. I don't have any answer for that one, but you can see it here. So besides the fact that this is right here in the backyard, outdoor, food trucks, clean, easy to get to, you're up close with the action. It's not that loud. You don't have any of that. You want to sit further down the track, sit further down the track. That's where the stands are. You want to sit all the way down the end? You got a pickup truck or something like that? Spend a couple of dollars. Drive your truck all the way down the end. You go to special parking. You put your beach chairs up in the back, and you're good to go. You don't want to spend the money? Fine. This one woman came down there. She brought 2 chairs. She brought a little tent thing. Like she was camping out. Very comfortable. Brought a little cooler. She had everything. She was all set to go. She's watching races, just having a grand old time doing it. There was people there from other racetracks that were there. There were people from other racetracks that will probably be there again. Some of the drivers on the racetrack, would race on quarter-mile tracks. They would just happen to be here. It was just right in the backyard. It was just fun. This was just like, from a golfer standpoint, it's like, I really don't have that much time to go and commit myself to a full day of golf, 18 holes. We'll just go find a 9-hole course someplace and just go out, have a good time, share lunch, friends. Do that. That's what this was. That's great. That's why it needs to keep going. That aspect of it, let alone the vocational side, the rest of it, and all the rest of it. Just a good place. Good place for a lot of things to happen. Awful lot of things to happen. All right. Talking about things to happen. I got to make a few things happen, such as gotta go. Definitely got to go here today. So I want to thank you for joining me today. Enjoy the rest of those photos. I got to make some clean photo album out of all of this stuff. Oh, let me see if I could find this before I go, and I'll throw it in that box there. But I'll make up a couple of photo albums. I did not get the photos that I took on Sunday together. I'm certainly going to do that. We're going to make that work. And I want to just put up this video here that he took, Howard took, Racetrack, not Street. Let me see if we can find it. And it was a 60-second video, highlight reel, from his perspective, that camera, on what he saw. And let's see if we have it here. And I don't think I have it yet. I don't have it yet. All right. Where did I see that? Let's see, Racetrack, not Street. And then we'll try one more spot here, and then we'll let you go. We'll let all this go. And no, I need the drag strip. Sorry about this little extra time over here. And one more look. And I don't think we're going to come up with it. Nope. So we will. No, we're going to get back to you on that one. All right. I don't want to hang on with this one too much longer here. So we're going to go. Have a great day. Remember, speak well, speak often, live inspired. You can inspire somebody else to do the same thing. And no matter what it is you're doing, whatever little hurdle you come across, just keep going. Even if you're a little bit late, even if you don't get the full amount in, just keep making that slow, steady progress. That's what it's all about. Slow, steady progress. And you're going to achieve your goals. Guarantee it. Just got to keep moving forward. All right. Have a great day. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We're here on Wednesday. Oh, should not be a problem. NHRA is doing another one of those little get-togethers on Zoom about being an announcer at the drag strip. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to attend that thing again. He gave me some great tips last time. I was the tech world too. All right. Anyhow, have a great day. Bye. Boom, 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 boom. Ready a little bit of music. Bye, bye.